Watch the ride.
It's the police. Meow. Hey everybody. It's a lovely day. I'm on the XJ6. I don't really have a massive plan, but I might have a medium plan if this car doesn't run it over. Yeah, they're avoiding it. I think I just saw a minute ago a massive pack of zip ties, and I can't say that I don't want a massive pack of zip ties. Plus, I'd like to remove plastic from the environment. You know, I'm a caring sort of person like that. Don't run over my zip ties. I hope I saw this right. And there's no cars. Quick, no cars. I want the zip ties. Give me the zip ties. Yoink. I'm like a womble. A womble for zip ties. So, some poor tradie has dropped a massive pack of zip ties, and these, I haven't got many of this size anymore. I was going to buy some, so I've just seen that. I'm like, winner, chicken dinner. Thank you, whoever dropped those. I didn't get all of them, but it's a bit dangerous being in that road trying to pick up zip ties. Oh god. This should probably be one of my random vlogs, so let's do that and cover a few things that I kind of want to make a video about, but at the same time I don't want to make a whole video about it, so I'm just going to sort of pass comment on what I currently think. And one of the big ones recently I've made a decision with. If you've been keeping up to date with, you know, all the UFO disclosure stuff that's been talked about, and keep in mind, this is not just conspiracy hack stuff, this is US government actually taking it seriously. Champion! Is why my interest got, you know, peaked. It doesn't mean that I think there are aliens or I don't think there are. I'm open-minded and interested to know, you know, why is the US government now actually taking this seriously? And as more and more whistleblowers have come out and the stories have got more and more elaborate and the evidence has been put forward has been debunked, and then they're now using, like, some of the people that they're, you know, talk about this, like Lou Elizondo has said some ridiculous stuff, and if you watch a podcast with him, you can literally just put that in the definition of watch a man lie, because he's not very good at it. He makes stuff up on the spot very clearly. He makes out he's having to talk around, you know, what he can and can't talk about, but I'm sorry. I know a liar when I see one, and that guy is lying. I mean, let's not forget that he used a picture of a grey alien as evidence, which was actually a child dressed as a grey alien, which been cut out from a behind the scenes of X-Files season 6, I believe. Fantastic evidence. I'm glad you did so much research to find out that. So when you know that they're at this level of just blatant lying, I've come to the conclusion that the reason it's all happening is because it is good for the US government. In the same way that it was good that when the B-2 bomber was, you know, being engineered, that when people saw it and then thought they saw a UFO, they didn't tell them they didn't. And because then when other people say they saw the UFO, this actual secret craft they're actually working on, you know, the B-2 bomber, was, you know, if anyone mentioned seeing that for real, they just go, oh, you know, you're just crazy, man, well, you've been drinking or something like that. So it's absolutely great for throwing people off. However, nowadays we're in an interesting situation where our airspaces are very much more open to small craft, drones, surveillance stuff, etc. Let's look at America. They had a Chinese weather balloon fly over, you know, not exactly high tech. So you have to look at these scenarios and say, well, what's the most logical conclusion? Is it aliens from space that are choosing to just like pop up here and there and do little things here and there? Or is it not that at all? Well, of course, the most logical answer is it's not that. So what is the most logical solution? I believe that the American government would very much like to, and world governments would very much like to, remove the stigma of UFOs and suggesting you may have seen something, because then if lots of people are looking up, taking pictures of stuff, sure, it's going to be a million balloons and a million hoaxes and misidentified planes and stuff, but if someone gets some footage of something that's actually an adversary's drone or something like that in our airspace, they're going to have some evidence of it. They're going to have knowledge of it. People aren't going to be as afraid to put a video up going, what is this? again, if you've followed any of this and you see any of the sort of stuff posted on social media, it becomes very obvious that there is so much fakery about it now. Because it became a topic, now people are actively making fake stuff. I mean, let's not forget the egg UFO is the most laughable thing I've ever seen. And actually, only a couple of days ago, this is great. So on my video called the egg UFO recovery egg extended edition, where I made a little joke in it, I've had a few comments of people going, "This is fake," and it's like, yes, that's the point. It's fake, as is the original. It's a joke, but intelligence doesn't necessarily come with willingness to say stuff. In fact, it's quite the other way around. So as I've said before, when I've talked about this subject, I've always kept an open mind, and I've still got an open mind. I'm not closed-minded. I've made a decision on the evidence that they're currently pushing forward, and I think I've now come to a conclusion as to why they've done what they've done. I could be wrong, I could be entirely wrong, or I could be right. I might go missing next week. The final nail in the coffin for me, though, is when the Elizondo guy and some of the ones that are supposed to be the more truthful whistleblowers working with the government, I've been there, I've seen it, they're now talking about a thing which you may have heard of called psionics, which is basically to say that humans can psychically control these UFOs and summon them using their psychic powers. Now, if you believe that you have psychic powers, I don't want a story about how you recognised something was going to happen, or you knew someone was going to ring, or you believe you have these psychic powers. Go to the James Randi Educational Fund, I think it's called. They have a big prize for you, over £1 million. It's been available for about 30 years. That if you can prove in front of them that you have some psychic powers of any type, psychic, telekinesis, any of this sort of stuff, if you can prove that just in the simplest way, they will give you that money. And nobody has claimed it. If we had, this is my belief, if we had psychic abilities, it wouldn't be that some people have got it and they hide it away. It would be that it's a known thing some people have, and it just would have been. That for me was the step too far. As I say, I could go on at length about this, a lot more to do with some of the sightings, what they actually were and who's broken stuff. But I haven't wasted a lot of my life on this. So that is why my current stance is BS. Most likely scenario, maybe the American government have got some new planes or drones that they want to use and would very much like people to not see when they have to use them in basically open airspace to test them. Sure, they've got, places out in the desert to do this stuff, but other testing has to be done in, city bases, urban environments, stuff like that, especially if it's developed for those sorts of environments. And if it's supposed to be covert anyway, well then hopefully people won't see it. And if they do see it, okay, well it was a UFO. So that's that. That's my thoughts on it. Give me your thoughts. I'd be interested to know if you've changed your opinion since they've gone down this line. Next thing, Suzuki and me shaving my head. If you're unaware, a couple of years ago, I think it was, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years, I don't know. Anyway, a couple of years ago, there were bits and pieces of plans, of patents being put through by Suzuki that people believed would be for the new DRZ, which would be a fuel-injected DRZ. And I said back then, not seeing it happening. And then they had some other parts put through, and I'm like, look, the price of it is going to be ridiculous if it is here, so I don't think that's going to happen. I am so sure that the new DRZ will not be on sale in the UK before the end of 2025, that if it is, I'll shave my hair. Now, as I've also mentioned, I cut my own hair, so I don't want to go to the effort of cutting my hair, now it's quite long, to then in a week's time have to shave it off, because Suzuki says the new bike's going on sale in the UK in the summer of 25. Well, it's currently very nearly the 1st of June, and they haven't even announced the price yet. Now, KTM's butt has been saved. An Indian company has given them 600 million quid, which has got them out of the crap, and that's good for owners because it means you're still going to get parts, and people who want a KTM can still get one. I'm not sure what the future of the company is going to be like, because who's going to trust them now? It's kind of like that old Norton thing. When you screw enough people over, and there's still a lot of people getting screwed over, because remember, the dealers had a load of bikes dumped on them, which they can't sell, and they're now losing the money on. So they've actually killed a few dealers, to my understanding. So as I say, with that one, now the reason I'm mentioning this is because I think that Suzuki was waiting to find out whether KTM will survive or not, as to what they're going to price it in the UK. And oh my God, can we please move out this traffic? Now remember, I said that I will shave my head once it's on sale, when it's on a shop floor, that I can go in there and buy it, not just price announced, when you can actually go in and buy it. So now you're up to date with the law. The simple point is this: I need to cut my hair. If I shave it preemptively on the basis that they will, in fact, get it on sale this year, then it's fine. But if they don't get it on sale and I shave my head, I swear to God, because it meant I was right and I've paid a forfeit that I should never have paid. As I said, I'm a man of my word. I made my bet, and it seems like I've lost it, so I'm going to pay my forfeit. But I didn't expect to have to wait this long. I thought Suzuki realised that if you want to get a bike on sale in people's hands this year, you probably need to get it on sale before June. Call me crazy, but that seems to make sense. It just seems really obvious to me that there must be a lot of discussions and thought going on right now to see where things are going to lay, to work out how much they can actually charge for this new bike in the UK. Because I've never seen a bike announced and have a to be announced price within weeks of when it was supposed to go on sale. Normally the price comes out first, right? Like quite a way ahead. Seems odd. Oh my God, this roundabout's an absolute state. So again, on this one, I'm interested in your opinion. Should I cut my hair? Do you think as a dead cert it's going on sale this year? Would you buy KTM again? Do you think they're going to still be trustworthy? Can I just scooch by there? Thank you very much. I'm not in for sitting in traffic, me, you see. Every time. Someone just called me a dick. I think I might just got called a dick. I think I'm getting random insults shouted at me as I go past. This is hilarious. Anyone actually turning here? Does not seem like it. And that, people, is why I have bikes. And why I spent all my time learning to filter like a motherfucker. Zip ties to UFOs, haircuts and filtering. I know it is a very weird mix. If there's anything in there you want to discuss, talk about, have a comment on, please do. If there's anything you'd like to see me talk about that I've missed out the news, because I'm always looking for interesting things to talk about that aren't just, entirely polarising and are just going to lead to arguments. Because I so often find myself in the middle, I can't really make an argument about those sorts of things. I'd be interested to know. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.